What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in today. I've got my the youngest one here, Zoe. She's been trying to sleep, so I might be standing up rocking, and if you hear the tapping here, it's me going like this. So hope you can be okay with that. But what's going on? My name is Jonathan. I run this New Dads channel, so if you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Today I want to talk about, well, Zoe, she's 2 months and 6 days today. So just want to give you a heads up what to expect month 2. She is baby number 2. Zachary, the first one, he's almost 3 years old. He's upstairs taking a nap with mom. And this one's just chilling, so might speak in a little soft voice today, and you know, won't be so like jazzy and peppy. But hey, maybe a fresh change. So today I want to talk about 6 things to expect during month 2. And without further ado, let's jump right in. By the way, some of the stuff I'm going to take is from this book, The New Father by Armin Brott. So thank you, Armin, for writing this book to help dads like me and, you know, all the dads out there. So the first thing to expect is attachment and bonding. Supposedly, you know, he argues that bonding and attachment are 2 different things. Bonding is like when you, it's like a reciprocal relationship, right? So, you know, you do something, your baby reacts and has a reaction, and you guys bond. I think that's what he means by bonding. Whereas attachment, he differentiates that with, you know, you do something for your baby. They might not necessarily do something in return, but they learn that you are a reliable source of comfort, security, and that's the difference between you as a parent and anybody else on the street who walks up to them and says hi or plays with them. So I thought that was very insightful. Let me just read it because I think it makes more sense read. So if you have this book, it's on page 52. And so he says, as you learn to read your baby's signal and satisfy their needs in an appropriate way, they learn to view you as a reliable and responsive person, someone who they can count on in times of trouble, and they'll find some way to get your message, or to get you the message that you're needed and wanted. I don't know about that, but she's only 2 months, so. And then he says, over time, this develops into self-confidence and becomes the foundation for all of the growing baby's future relationships. So, in other words, attachment. So I guess the only thing I wanted to say about this is that, you know, it can get very easy to be lost in the diaper changing, feeding, bottle scrubbing, you know, waking up at night, all of that. But as you keep doing all of that, your baby learns to trust you as a reliable person, and that turns into self-confidence. So, you know, for me anyways, that's a big driver of everything that I do at home and stuff. I mean, not to mention helping the wife and all of that and keeping things running in the house, but just something that I thought was interesting, and especially in month 2, right? Because month 1, you're just trying to or I should speak for myself. I was just trying to survive the first time around. This time around, my wife is taking the brunt of everything, and so I've had it easy month 1. Month 2, starting to pitch in some more. So, you know, when it gets tiring and your patience is running low and all of that, just remember that all the work you're putting in, to me anyways, is going to translate into confidence. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to jump into the second thing, but before I do that, I'm going to check the live stream stats and just say hi to anybody who might be tuning in. Alright, so there's a guy, JDogW. What's up? Thanks for tuning in, and hello. What's up, man? I don't know who you are, so if you want to type your name here, that'd be awesome. Jason Wang, 2 kids, SoCal. Jason Lin? Sorry for saying your last name. Let's just keep it at Jason. What's up, Jason? Jason Lee. Do I know you? Anyways, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna jump to the second thing here, which is night shifts. I kind of mentioned this already, but you know, night shifts, Joy has really bear the brunt of the, you know, first month of sleep. So what I mean by that is I'm sleeping in a different room. I'm with Zachary and Zoe is with mom. And so when she cries and stuff, you know, mom will pick her up and do all that feeding, burping, and changing diapers throughout the night. And I don't know if we ever officially talked about it, but she's been gracious enough to do that. My job has been to, you know, put the little guy down, and then when I say little guy, by the way, I mean Zachary, because he's my little dude. So my job has been to put him down, get rest, go to work, and bring home the bacon. So you might do that night shifts. Month 2, you might consider that. Month 1, you know, the reason why I skipped that month 1 is just because I assume that, you know, you kind of have paternity leave and, you know, you're sharing the burden there. But month 2 is where you can start playing with, like, hey, what do you want to do? So, you know, for this time around, we split off. I went to a second bedroom, you know, got full night's sleep, and so that's how we did it. For the first baby, it was more of like a team thing. So, you know, we would both get up. I would give Zachy to mom. She would feed her. I would burp him, I would burp him and then put him back down. So it was more of like a team thing. I know other couples who do shifts, right? Like you do the first 3 nights or first 3 hours, and I'll do the next 3 hours. So it's all, you know, what works for you, whether you're bottle feeding, breastfeeding, and all of that. You'll have to take all of that into consideration. All right. So that's the second thing, is night shifts and sleeping. Oh, hey, what's up, Jason? Thanks for tuning in. And what's going on, Dan? Good to see you online as well. See your hand. We are talking about things to expect month 2, so thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna jump into the third thing here, which is, and I have to preface this, it's more for adults. I'm not gonna say very much about it, but let's just say that your wife, or my wife, there is this thing called a 2-month checkup. I just made that up. But basically, after 2 months, after the delivery, I think it's anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, the wife goes to the OBGYN, and I don't know if I'm like playing this up or if it's a real thing, but the OBGYN gives the green light to, either the green light or red light, to continue in procreation activities. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. And for us, it was different than previous. So I'm gonna just keep it at that. Look forward to that in month 2. Cool. Jumping to the next thing, month 4, or I'm sorry, the fourth thing I wanna do, fourth thing to expect during month 2 is, and this is more of like a warning, more than anything else, just a heads up to know that you're not alone. This is where you might start experiencing things like fear or insecurity or just doubt, like, holy crap, like, I'm a dad, how do I do that? Like, how do I be a dad? I've never been a dad before, I have no role models, you know, this feeling of like being alone. And I just want to let you know that that is a very normal feeling, even for the second time around, because it's like, holy crap, what do I do? And so, you know, for that, just want to say 2 things. One, there's always support. So there's a bunch of, you can check out citydadsgroup.com, I believe. I'll link it in the description below. There is also a bunch of Facebook groups. I'll link a couple in the link below, in the description below as well. A bunch of places just to get support. But yeah, City Dads group is a really good one if you're in the major cities of America, you know, Atlanta, Portland, Seattle, Salt Lake City, any like major city. But if you're in a more rural area, then probably Facebook is the way to go. Or you can reach out to me. You know, I'm happy to answer questions or whatever. I also know a couple of creators that have online support groups. So actually Dan Norton has a Facebook group. I'll link that below. And Andrew Tu of Dadverb, he's got a good one too. They're both Facebook support groups. So awesome place to get resources and you know, awesome way to hang out, meet other parents. I will say though that just from personal experience, it is a lot easier to connect with other dads if it's a regular thing and if it's face-to-face. It's just easier. But if you don't have that, you know, online is definitely a great resource. All right, so the fifth thing I want to do is talk about flexibility and acceptance. You know, month 2, like I said, is where it really your life starts to go back to normal, kind of like how it was before you had a baby. And so somewhat, right? If you are the kind of person who likes things organized in a certain way and you know, can't handle or is uncomfortable with messiness or unstructuredness, you know, I just want to let you know that, you know, that might be coming your way. And yeah, or not even that, but just like just being flexible, right? So with my first son, you know, I was still in the like, oh, I'm a single bachelor mindset, you know. And so even with after he came out, you know, I was wanting to go to the gym and play basketball and stuff. But it's a lot easier if you go into it knowing that your life is going to be changed, and you'll have to accept that you just can't do certain things, whether it's time or, you know, you might go to bed knowing that your living room is a mess, and just things like that. Flexibility, acceptance. So if you go into it knowing that things are going to be different, just be flexible with it and just know that things are going to be okay. I think that will really be helpful, and it's a good message, especially for you know, fathers, new dads, first time go around. All right, the last and final thing that I want to talk about is just supporting your partner. You know, whatever, for better, for worse. My partner, Joy, I don't think anyways that, I mean, she had some blues. Sorry, honey, I hope it's okay for me to share this to the internet. But it wasn't anything serious. So we're, you know, for better or worse, again, grateful for that. But I know, you know, dads out there, you know, keep an eye on your wives, support them as much as you can. Definitely easier said than done, but, you know, do the best you can. You know, they could really use support. Actually, that reminds me of something called touched out or touch fatigue, which is basically like Joy, she did not want to be touched. Like when I came home, I would like say, hey honey, what's up? And she was like, don't touch me, because she's been touching and holding Zoe all day, and the last thing she wants is touch, right? So just keep that in mind, that there is this thing called touch fatigue. It's real. Other than that, support your wife. You know, if she wants to go get a mani-pedi, like just let her go. You know, if you're bored or whatever, I don't know. I don't know if you've heard of Nextdoor or not, but you know, go to Nextdoor, post a dad meetup, just say like, hey, I need to get out of the house. Any dads out there want to meet me at the library or at Starbucks or whatever, you know, at the park. Yeah, do that. But support your wife, because, you know, going back to the previous thing, flexibility, acceptance, it's not about just you anymore. It's about the family, you know, how you fit into the family. So it's all about the family. I think that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. Jason and Dan from Parent Pacifier, thanks for tuning in. I had a great time talking to you guys. Zoe's still sleeping, so that's cool. consider subscribing if you want content for new dads, or if you have a soft spot for new dads. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.